American taxpayers should never be forced to pay for the murder of innocent babies. But that's exactly what Congress has allowed to happen. In 2022 to 2023, during the Biden-Harris regime, Planned Parenthood received nearly $700 million in taxpayer funding. As much as Planned Parenthood claims that it's more than an abortion provider, the data tells a very different story. In 2022, abortions made up 97.1% of Planned Parenthood's pregnancy resolution services. For every one adoption referral, Planned Parenthood aborts 228 babies. Planned Parenthood profits off the murder of innocent unborn children. So why in the world would the federal government require taxpayers to pay for that service? At nearly $37 trillion in debt, our country cannot afford to continue the pet projects of Democrat politicians. But this is more than just financial. But thank goodness that just this week, President Trump announced that he will freeze federal funding for Planned Parenthood. And I want to give you one or two data points. So, in 2020, Alexis McGill Johnson, as PPFA president, earned approximately $650,000. And then in 2021, her salary went up to $683,000. And in 2023, over $900,000. A significant portion of their money comes from the federal taxpayer. These are outrageous salaries going to support something that most Americans don't want, and that is to be required to pay taxes, which in turn is laundered over to Planned Parenthood. And so I will tell you that the data points on these, and this is just one last data point, then I'll sit down and let someone else talk. But here's what you need to know. According to studies, going back to the Guttmacher Institute, which is not a pro-life institution, their numbers indicate that approximately 95 to 98% of all abortions are elective. They are elective. And taxpayers are being required to essentially pay for them because the dollars going into Planned Parenthood is fungible. That must stop. We must defund Planned Parenthood. Thank goodness for the Trump administration, and I will continue to fight for this important thing, to stop requiring taxpayers to pay for abortions.